You start with a nickel in your pocket on a street corner in New York. 30 years later, judges, union bosses, and politicians answer to you. You'll become one of the most powerful men in America, and you'll lose everything. This is the ladder of the Sicilian Mafia. Level 1. The kid. You're 12 years old. It's 1925. You live on Mulberry Street, Lower Manhattan, 4 rooms, 7 people. Your father presses pants for $11 a week. The men outside the cafe on the corner press nothing. They wear gray suits on a Tuesday afternoon. They eat 2-hour lunches. A nickel to stand on the corner and whistle if a police sedan turns in. You stand there 3 hours. You whistle once. Nothing happens. He gives you the nickel anyway, and a second one for standing still. The beat cop walks past and nods first. One of them is called Don Cheech. He owns nothing on paper and everything you can see. One afternoon, he points at you. You're not in anything yet. You're furniture, but you're his furniture now. On this street, that means something. Level 2. The runner. You're 15. You carry policy slips now. The numbers racket. Pieces of paper worth more than your father's wages, folded inside a newspaper under your arm. You walk around the barber shop on Hester, the candy store on Grand, the social club with the painted-over windows. You memorize who pays, who plays, who watches. You make $8 a week. You give your mother $5 and tell her it's from sweeping the fish market. She doesn't ask twice. Once a cop grabs your collar and turns out your pockets. He finds a newspaper. The slips are already gone. You learn the drop spots the first week. Don Cheech hears about it. He doesn't say good job. He says nothing. But the next week, your route gets longer. Silence, you're learning, is how this thing says yes. Level 3, the associate. You're 18. Prohibition is a money machine, and you're standing inside it. You ride shotgun on trucks coming off the Long Island docks at 3 in the morning. Canadian whiskey under tarps that say fruit. You don't drive. You don't load. You sit. You watch the mirrors, and you stay awake. $50 a week. Your father makes 11 pressing pants, and his hands shake by Friday. Yours don't. You buy your first suit with cash, gray, like the men on the corner. You're an associate now. Around the crew, not in it. You eat at the same table and pay your own check. The maid guys talk in Sicilian when it matters, and you understand every word because your mother raised you in it. They know that. They're watching what you do with what you hear. Nothing. You do nothing with it. That's the answer. Level 4. The war. You're 20. It's 1930 and the bosses are killing each other, and nobody tells you why, and nobody tells you who's winning. You sleep in your shoes. You stop using the front door. A car slows next to you on Mott Street and your stomach drops before your eyes even focus. It's a fruit peddler. Your hands shake for an hour anyway. They give you a pistol you pray you'll never use and an address you memorize and burn. You drive men to meetings and wait with the engine running, watching the door, counting the minutes, not knowing if the man you brought is walking out or being carried. 2 men you ate dinner with in January are gone by August. You catch yourself wondering which side you're even on. You never ask. The ones who ask are next. When it ends, new boss, new rules, a thing called the commission. You don't celebrate. You just sleep. 12 hours. Shoes off. Level 5. The making. You're 23. They come for you on a Sunday. No warning. That's the point. A basement in Bensonhurst. A long table. Candles. Men you've known your whole life look at you like strangers. Because tonight they are. The capo pricks your trigger finger. Blood on a paper saint. The saint burns in your cupped hands while you swear, if I betray this thing, may I burn like this saint. Omerta. Silence until death. They tell you the family comes before everything. Before your mother. Before your children. Before God. You say yes. Everyone says yes. Then the candles go out, the lights come on, and the same men are hugging you and pouring wine. You're a made man, a soldier, untouchable on the street. No one can lay a hand on you without permission now. You walk home at dawn through the fish market. The vendors look at you differently. Word travels faster than you do. Level 6. The soldier. Nobody pays you a salary. That's the first thing you learn. Being made isn't a job. It's a license. You get a corner of the docks, a piece of a loan book, a union card that means you show up nowhere and get paid anyway. Whatever you earn, a piece goes up every week. An envelope to your capo, no matter what. Good week, bad week, sick week, the envelope doesn't care. You're earning $200 a week in the years your old neighbors are standing in bread lines. You buy your mother a building. You put your name on nothing. You own no account, sign no lease, hold no deed. You are a rich man who doesn't exist. Some weeks the work is sitting in a cafe from 10 to 4. Some weeks it's the other thing, and you do the other thing, because the saint already burned and there's no unburning it. Level 7. The capo. You're 32. The war in Europe ends, and the money gets stupid. You run a crew now. 10 soldiers, each with their own corners, their own books, their own envelopes. They kick up to you. You kick up to the underboss. $1,500 a week passes through your hands, and what stays is yours. You hold court at a social club with espresso you never finish. Men bring you problems the way they used to bring you packages. 2 soldiers claiming the same bookmaker. A union delegate getting brave. A kid from Elizabeth Street who wants to be put to work. You decide. That's the whole job. You decide, and you're held to every decision. The capo answers for his crew, the way a father answers for his sons. One of yours gets loud in a nightclub and breaks the wrong man's jaw, and it's you who sits across the table at the sit-down, paying for it in money and face. You sleep 4 hours a night. You tell your wife it's the espresso. Level 8. The table. You're 40. The boss makes you underboss, and now there is exactly 1 chair above yours. You don't touch money anymore. Money finds you, counted, folded, apologized for when it's light. Your work is sit-downs. Here is what that means. On a Tuesday at noon, 2 capos walk into the back room of a restaurant on 4th Avenue, both claiming the same garment trucks, both ready to go to war over them. There's wine. There's veal. Everyone talks too long. You listen. At 4 o'clock, you say 11 words. By sunset, one man owns every truck in the district, and the other man owns the man who owns them. A piece, forever, as the price of peace. Both kiss your cheek on the way out. No paper, no lawyers, no appeal. A territory the size of a small city changed hands over lunch, and the only record is your memory. That's the table. You are the table. Level 9. The boss. You're 45. The old man dies in his bed. In this life, an achievement, and the capos vote, and now it's you, the chair. Understand what the chair means in 1952. A judge returns your calls before his own wife's. A union president with 200,000 members asks your permission to strike. A borough president owes his office to envelopes you never touched, and a newspaper columnist runs the stories you want run and buries the ones you want buried. The docks load when you say load. The garment district moves when you say move. In Havana, in 46, you sat at a table that quietly governed more money than some countries, and nobody in that room had a title you could print. You take a piece of all of it and touch none of it. And here's what no one tells you about the chair. It's the smallest room you've ever lived in. You trust 2 people, then 1. You eat at the same restaurant, same table, back to the wall. The wall is the only thing that's never lied to you. Level 10. The heat. You're 51. It's November 14th, 1957. 60 bosses, underbosses, and capos gather at a stone house in Appalachian, upstate New York. A country deal-making summit. Then a state trooper named Croswell starts writing down license plates, and the most powerful secret government in America panics like schoolboys. Bosses in camel hair coats and $400 shoes running through November woods. 60 arrests. Your name, your face, your address, in every newspaper in the country. For 30 years, the official position of the United States was that you didn't exist. J. Edgar Hoover said so. After Appalachian, no one can say it. There are hearings now. Cameras, committees. Agents photograph your daughter's wedding from a parked car. The thing survived bullets for 3 decades. You watch it start to lose to paper. Level 11. The end. You're 57 in a federal prison in Atlanta on a tax case built by accountants. In the day room on the television, a soldier named Joe Valachi is sitting in front of a Senate committee, sweating under the lights, saying the words out loud. Cosa Nostra. The ceremony. The saint. The oath you took in a basement in Bensonhurst 34 years ago, recited into a microphone for the whole country. Omerta was the floor everything stood on. You watch it crack on national television. You think about Mulberry Street, the gray suits, the 2-hour lunches, the cop who nodded first. You wanted to be those men, and you became them, and it cost exactly what it paid, everything. Somewhere in Brooklyn tonight, there's a kid on a corner, 12 years old, holding somebody's nickel, watching for a sedan. He thinks he's seeing the beginning of something. You could tell him. He wouldn't listen. You didn't?